Well, good evening, everybody.
What's happening?
On T. Vanguard is not with us today. He's got some things going on, so he will not be here tonight. So he asked if I would take over. So that is that's the news on him. But well, as for our lineup tonight, it's going to be the Great Reset and gun control. Two of our favorite topics. So we know how this administration is trying to, screw us over. So,
Yep. And they aren't even going to leave a mint on the pillow when they're done.
yeah. I mean, with everything that's going on right now, and everything that they've got planned, and it's been going on since COVID.
Yep.
COVID is definitely COVID was definitely the kickstart and test. With everything that they've done so far, and it's not over. I mean, I'm sure it's just a lull in their program. So,
Well, I think if you remember early on when COVID started, and I want to say it was good old Brando up in Canada was making a statement about the Great Reset and how they needed to forge forward with it while they had the opportunity.
oh yeah.
And he basically laid out step by step. And, everything we've seen, has been lockstep of what he said. It's just that COVID didn't achieve the goal they originally intended with it. They were trying to capitalize on a problem and use it to their advantage. And fortunately, enough of us woke up and said, wait a damn minute. Something stinks in Denmark. And so people started questioning and, rising up and saying, no, we're not doing this. And that kind of made them lose traction.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a real thing. They're really wanting to do it, and they're really wanting to push it, so they get total control.
Yeah, Biden even mentioned it in a video here recently about, the Great Reset and how they're looking at implementing it. And and I guarantee COVID was the test bed.
Mm-hmm.
They're still going to go ahead with the vaccine passports and everything else. It's all still a go.
Yeah.
I would really love to show some videos, but with this particular platform, no, we can't. So we're moving forward with going on Rumble. So we're knock on wood. We'll be on Rumble at some point, and basically just use old screw tube. We'll just say, hey, here's our topics. Now go over here. That's where we'll be.
Well, what we can do is we can do vanilla here.
Yeah.
And then if you want the real gritty shit, go over there.
Oh yeah, we're making it full a la mode over there. You like your pie with a la mode? It's over there.
Yep.
So
you want vanilla, you stay right here on ScrewTube.
Yeah, ScrewTube provides.
That's it.
That's
it.
So if people know about the Great Reset and everything and things that it entail, I'm actually going to bring some stuff up, and I'm going to, let you guys look into it. Don't take my word for it. I just want to bring some things to light. What it's about. You've got a surveillance state, government spending, digital currency. That's coming. You think You think all this is all this spending that they're doing for
Excuse me.
they're, they're going to collapse the dollar, and they
Yep.
want to go to a digital currency. So, and that will yeah, they want to see everything that you're spending.
Well,
Think you
it's
go
like, go ahead.
think you
I'm
can go
sorry.
to the guns? No worries. Think you can go to the gun store and go buy a gun now?
Nope.
I would not. Ammo? Not not in any fashion. No, I wouldn't. So go ahead, T. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. What I was gonna say is, right before we came on here, we were talking about the digital currency and how this all basically boils down to the federal government. They want to control everything.
Yeah.
That's part of the Great Reset. They want you at their beck and call, basically, as a bunch of damn serfs in the
Yeah.
21st century. They couldn't stand the concept of like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever the hell they're called, these different digital currencies, because they couldn't put their finger on them and control them.
Right.
This year on your federal tax return, it specifically says, yes or no, have you had any of this digital currency? And you have to fill it out or you will be penalized by the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
They want complete control. If they do away, like you said, with collapsing the dollar and they go to this digital currency, then you can't go to the bank and take all your money out and put it in a damn jar, bury it in your backyard, wherever the hell you want to do. They've got you by the balls because
Oh, yeah.
you can't. If you look at them the wrong way, don't eat all your damn vegetables, or say Biden's a fucktard, then you lose all your money.
Yeah.
There you go. And you can throw the republic right out the window with it, because once they have that, they've basically got control of everything.
Basically, they're going to be shoveling the ashes with a shovel
Mm-hmm.
and throwing it to the wind.
Oh yeah,
because that's about what we got left of the Constitution is almost ash now.
that's what they want.
You know the and the other thing that they're coming out with is social scoring.
Yeah.
Uh, it's you're not going to be able to do anything if you don't match their criteria. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
Did you go out and go wave your Biden flag today? Fuck no. Oh no.
Oh.
Not doing it.
Nope, dog ate it. Sorry. Then you got the shits.
Yeah, so now we got pieces of Biden flag and dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because the endless spending is not a coincidence.
No.
I mean, they
Well,
want. Go ahead. Sorry.
no. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, they want to collapse this, and it's coming. I mean, the value of the dollar is just getting worse. The more we spend, inflation, everything plays a part to it.
Well, if you remember back when Obama bin Laden was the president, he got our dollar devalued. He was hell bent on doing it, and he got it done.
Yep.
This is just Jar Jar picking up the reins and continuing that same battle.
Mm-hmm.
What he's going to do, like you said, he wants the U.S. dollar to go to shit.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't affect him. He's done made all his money off the backs of Americans. And he's done invested all his money in all these crooked shit and everything else. And the whole thing is that if, say, Saudi Arabia, for instance, starts trading in, was it the Chinese yuan? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yep.
If that happens, our dollar's fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom line.
Yep.
And there won't be, I don't see how you recover from that. And they're not going to care because they've got their money. They've got their investments. They're insulated against this. They're going to
Yeah.
watch all the American people. You know, it'd be like being in the damn Depression again, waiting in a fucking bread line.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't care. That's what they
Well, I
want.
mean,
They want us demoralized.
yeah. Yeah. This country will be no more. I mean, we are in such a decline, and the rest of the world doesn't care. They will leave us in the past. You know, oh, thanks for your help. You suck. Later. So,
Reaver, you're just full of great facts this evening. Thank you for that.
yeah, as always. So, yeah, what do we invest in at this point? You know,
Silver, gold, ammunition, booze, something you can barter.
copper, brass, lead.
Just saying.
Yep, that's that's gonna be the downfall. You know, if you've never heard of all this, one of the things that you can probably look into is Klaus Schwab for one, George Soros, you know, Justin Trudeau. Matter of fact, Klaus Schwab mentioned Trudeau not too long ago in the World Economic Forum. So
Yep.
that's uh, that's actually a decent video. I mean, I wish I could show videos on here, but they would shut us down.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we've already gotten one strike so far. Um, yeah, definitely look into that. And I was reading an article, and I don't have that. Otherwise, I'd post it in the chat. Jennifer Morgan, who is the executive director of Greenpeace International. Um, uh, Hell, I can't even pronounce her name. Gita, Gita, Go,
Gita?
yeah, Gita Gopinath, Gopinath. She's the
That's
International Monetary Fund's chief economist.
So let me get this straight. The chief economist
Yeah,
is also the head of Greenpeace.
nope, a different person.
Okay, all right.
Jennifer Morgan, who is the executive director of Greenpeace. Uh, Gita Gopinath is the International Monetary Fund's, the IMF. She's the
Right.
chief economist. And Sharon Burrow, she is the general secretary of the International Trade Union Confederation. All three have a great interest in the Great Reset.
Well, that just speaks volumes there. With all
Yeah,
them tied together in one group. I mean, look at the extremes you brought together right there in those three names.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they're definitely no concern. None of those is like a conservative backing at all.
Yeah, exactly. But see,
Uh,
that again, this all goes back to all these people, these fucking Marxist ideas and communists and all this other bullshit. Either A, they've been fed some bullshit and believe it, or B, they never read history books.
yeah,
This has all been tried.
yeah, and
It,
and they want to write history books too. They
oh yeah,
they, they all
oh
have
yeah,
their finger in it,
oh yeah,
and they're also writing in how they perceive the reset.
exactly,
You know,
exactly.
the economic fallout from COVID-19 dominates risk perceptions, but there is a unique opportunity to reshape the global economy.
There you go. That's it.
So yeah, and
Basically, that equates to taking the money from the people who get their ass up every day and go to work and work hard to have shit.
Yep.
Take it from you and give it to all the crumb snatchers over here or all the third world people over here because they don't have the same opportunities. Okay. I'm going to go back from it. I'm sorry, I'm going to digress and I'll shut up.
Okay. No worries.
Give you an example. You know, you always hear this whining and bitching about, well, they're coming to this country, et cetera, because it's so bad in theirs. What did we do when our country was fucked up? 1776. Go read a history book before they rewrite the son of a bitch.
Yep.
Read it. Look at what we did. There's nothing preventing any other country out there on the face of this planet from doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, back then, I mean, we were a bunch of peasants with pitchforks, and we beat the greatest country in the world.
The greatest military in the world.
The greatest military in the world.
Now, we had help. The French were all over helping us. I get that.
Yeah.
You know, but the point is, it could be done. I mean, instead of coming here and destroying this country from within, you know, and trying to turn it into something else, I understand when people don't try to do something about their own country instead of saying, well, we just can't do nothing, so we'll come to, you know, America. Okay, well, I just don't understand the rationale. I'll shut up now. I'm back out of the weeds. And Sachs, man, you're right. It's all about this all for the greater good bullshit.
I was just going to say that because I'll tell you, there was a British movie that came out called Hot Fuzz about a British
yeah.
And you had all the people in the cloaks and the hoods. They'd be around standing in a circle, and somebody would say for the greater good, and they'd all whisper, the greater good. You know, and somebody else would sit there. Every time the word greater good was mentioned, they'd all go, for the greater good.
Yep. I remember that.
I thought, oh, good Lord. I'll have to watch that movie again. It's pretty funny. So yeah, not till it gets to my backyard. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, it's in your back.
You can say that.
It's at your front door. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these people, man. I tell you what, it's you know, when they're on their knees in front of a ditch, they've got somebody behind them with a gun to the back of their head.
Yeah.
And they go, well, maybe I should stand up and do something. It's a little late now there, bud.
Yeah, by the time it gets to your door, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Because by then, the die's already been cast. And you're pretty much up the creek without paddle.
Yeah. And, you know, my thing is, I think I think we've kind of let it go too far already. Because, I mean, even like the Jews in World War II, you know, they let the Germans take all their guns for the greater good. So, that's...
Okay. I'm going to digress again. You know, I'm one of those people that hates junk phone calls. So I set my cell phone to send everything, just send straight to voicemail if it doesn't recognize it.
Yeah.
I just got a call from Fuzhou, Fujian, China.
Oh, nice.
That's like, and before last week, I got one from Romania.
Oh.
So apparently I'm getting really popular on the international scale. And they left a voicemail, so that ought to be fun to see what that is. So.
Well, play it. I mean, we'd all love to hear that.
I'm just trying to fathom why somebody in China is calling me and what the hell they could possibly want.
I don't know. Romania, that might even be better.
Well, Romania didn't leave a voicemail, but China did.
Oh, man.
China felt that it was important enough to tell me that they need to share something. Let's see what they say. Well, the voicemail didn't show up.
No car warranties?
No, it's not a car warranty. But where it says it left a voicemail, you can't go to it.
Uh-oh. Well,
let's try it again and see what it does. Oh, I'll play this for you.
Uh-oh. This ought to be good.
Well, if I can get where you can hear it.
Wort cream has been shipped.
No, it's Mandarin. You can't understand shit. And it's not loud enough for you to hear it on here, else I would play it.
No, I was just reading Vanguard's comment.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so sorry, man. We're all over the place today. It's just not every day that I get a call from China.
Yeah. Luckily, I haven't gotten anything out from out of country, but
give it time.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, we've gone off in the weeds, I guess, on the whole Great Reset. I think everybody knows that it's a real thing.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to bring up was the physical, digital, and biological identity. I was just getting into that right when before the show started, and yeah, if that way, what they're looking at doing is they pretty much full control on you. There's nothing that they won't control. You know, like again, shut your mouth, take your shot. You know, and whatever they want to give you, and that was getting into some good stuff there, and I wish I could have finished the rest of that, but yeah, digital. Yeah, we did cover the digital, but physical identity. Yeah, who knows what they got planned for that?
Well, I remember when Trudeau was running his mouth, back last year, trying to push this whole agenda. I know at one point, they were using COVID, of course, as their linchpin for everything.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was, you comply, then you can start doing things you want to do. And then eventually what will happen is if you haven't followed directions, then they're going to start limiting your access to be able to get out and do different things, this, that, and other, basically divide and conquer. And if you didn't buy on to the whole program of, we're going to cancel your debt, you're going to do this, this, and this, and just be a good little sheep, then eventually they're going to come and take it from you anyways. That was the whole game plan. They were just trying to get as much as they could, trying to get that traction. And luckily it just never got there. Not as far as they wanted.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's coming. I mean, I'm almost sure they'll try again. They're just waiting for things to happen. Like, oh shoot, the Supreme Court Justice. Shoot, help me out here.
Talking about
the one that's in the hospital.
Yeah, Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas. Yeah, I brain farted on his name. So, yeah, if he goes, he's a conservative voice.
Yeah, he's pretty consistent, actually, if
Yeah,
I remember correctly.
and the thing is, if something happens to him, you know they're going to fill him with a transgender Asian
Don't do just
bi, whatever. I mean, it's something gross.
yeah. It'll be something that is immoral and not socially acceptable, but they'll try and tell you it is.
Oh yeah. Well,
So you're
so
right.
yeah, they'll fill his spot.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
they got all butthurt um when Trump filled those seats.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's really sad that they're using you know well sad is who hasn't thought about it? Scalia. Remember
Yeah.
Justice Scalia when he was in a hospital?
Yep.
That seems shady. That seems real shady.
Well,
You know, because I still think he would have been in still.
true. But there's a lot of shit that goes on beyond our scope, and a
Yeah,
lot of it's evil. So
yeah,
just kind of keep going and try to stay the course.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Scalia was murdered. I believe it. I mean, no, I don't have the facts, but guess what? They seem to want to put him in the ground really quick,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
really quick. I mean, it was almost like a COVID death. Cremate the body. Let's go. Let's move on.
Yep, that's it. You're right.
So
Well, brother, let's switch gears. Let's go over something different.
yeah. So the good news is we got some more depressing news just on another topic. So
Gun control, everybody's favorite topic to hear how the government is trying to screw us all over again.
and again.
Yeah.
So uh, go ahead and take it. Start off with it.
Okay. Basically, all of us are aware of the ATF's been used pretty much as a arm by this administration to do all kinds of shady things. They've been after they've really been on hard and heavy trying to figure out a way to stop the 80% lower market where you're able to build your own firearms. And now they have a proposed rule 2021 R-05. Now you can go research all this on your own. It's out there. I'm looking at the ATF website right now. I'm not going to sit here and go through each and every little aspect of it, but what I'm going to tell you is it's going to basically
What is
make
that again?
it is ATF. It's on the ATF website. It is Rule 2021R, as in Romeo -05.
Okay.
And it's definition of frame or receiver and identification of firearms. So they're coming after all the hobbyists out there that build the weapons at home as a hobby with no serial number. They buy the 80% receiver, mill it, and
I've never done one of those. Is it really hard?
I've talked to people and it doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
You just got to have enough skill to use some drill bits, a drill, and a router.
Okay. A router. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's aluminum, but it's not like you've got criminal enterprises going out and buying these and arming a whole militia to go out and commit crime. That's not what's
Right.
happening. But that's what the federal government wants you to believe. So you'll get behind this new proposed law, or it's not
Okay.
even a law, it's a rule. And this is something they want to do because it allows them to track everything, whereas before they couldn't track any of the weapons that were being made in your own home because you're not required to have a serial number because you're not reselling it. You're actually buying a piece of metal and finishing it yourself.
Right.
So as long as you're not transferring it and it's for you, you're not breaking any laws. So, but I encourage everybody to go back and look at that law under the ATF and read it thoroughly. I think Guns and Gadgets touched on it too a week or so ago. If you're wanting to get the cliff notes from him, he's really good about this stuff. He stays on top
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
I follow him quite a bit. I mean, he does have some good stuff.
yeah, he
And
does.
and they're looking at doing uppers as well, right?
Correct. They're looking at redefining uppers, redefining the lower receivers. I want to say I read, and again, go and read it for yourself to make sure. Don't take me at my word because I could be mistaken. But I want to, if I'm not mistaken, I remember reading something about the fire control group too, which would be your
Hmm.
trigger.
SIG does that, if I remember right.
So
Sig Sauer serializes their fire control group because you can get an 80% lower for a SIG, but it's actually the fire control group that is serialized.
right.
And that's the part that you can't. I don't think you can really make it. Um, I'm trying to remember. I don't think you can make. I mean, we might have to get Demon to comment on here because I know he's looked at something about it. But that's something that if they do the fire control group, um, the lower, the upper, and then a while back they wanted to have like each bullet serialized.
Yeah, I remember some nonsense about that too. About the ammunition, I think that fell through because it was a logistical issue more than anything. I mean, where would you put a serial number on a case
Yeah.
and it not lose some kind of structural integrity? Um, I think what they're wanting to do right now is with these 80%. And here's the thing, used to, you could go to, well, you still can until this gets made into a new rule. You could go into a store if you pay cash, buy your receiver, buy your upper receiver, completed or not completed, buy your 80% lower, buy the parts group, butt stock, wherever it is you want to get. Go
Mm-hmm.
home, build it yourself, do your thing. Well, if they pass this new regulation, you're not going to be able to do any of that. Everything, it's going to be like everything you're buying has to go through a damn background check and get
Yeah.
registered with the federal government. And let's say you already own a rifle and you're wanting to switch out the barrel on it. You lawfully own it. You bought it, you know.
Oh wow.
Very nice. Thank you, Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost, we really appreciate that.
Um, let's say you want to switch out a barrel, switch a different caliber, whatever. Now you've got to go and register a damn upper.
Yeah.
As if it's its own firearm. The way I'm reading it. Now, again, I encourage all of you, go and research it yourself. Make sure I'm not making a mistake. I don't want to give you wrong information. But from what I read, I thought that's how I read it. It just seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
And, it's like anytime the federal government gets involved, they just add layers of red tape to shit that doesn't need to be there. It's an infringement, bottom line. And it's not even infringement on a damn actual firearm. It's an infringement on something you can build.
Yeah. And the only thing they want is a database so they can collect this stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
you're right.
So what next? You can't sell a firearm anymore? I mean, so if I wanted to sell you, well, okay, I'm not. That's right, it's YouTube. If if I wanted to sell you a firearm, do I have to have you re-register that at the time of sale? Because that way they don't come at your door and go, hey, here's a list of firearms that we have for you. Where are they all at? Well, let's see here. Boating accident? No. Up your ass, maybe. Not here. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna.
The Great Flood got on mine. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't. It was all I could do, just get me and my wife out of the house.
I sold online to build the shrine to the great bedshitter himself. And there's gonna be no better than a snowman made of styrofoam, you know,
Yep.
with a brown spot. But man, I'll tell you what, Biden's really been going after the guns here, hot and heavy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he's going to continue.
Well, did you hear where? Again, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Been there.
Something about he had the ATF going after any kind of minor infraction on a.
Oh, the FFLs.
Yeah, any of the FFLs,
Yeah.
and if it's the most minor infraction, like you're missing an application or this, that, or the other. I mean, they're coming and either fining or shutting you down, yanking your license.
Oh, yeah. And what they're going to do is take all your 4473s when they do it.
Yep, absolutely. Build that database.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I know a gun shop in another state. I'll tell you what, I thought it was kind of odd. There was like a box of road flares inside that room that had all those records too. So I don't know what they were there for, but
they're signaling devices for when the ATF's on their way. They can light one so they'll see where it's at. They can find it in case the GPS don't work.
Yes.
They're trying to help the feds doing their part.
Yeah, because there was some poor lighting in that room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
trying to help them out.
Might need some extra light, to light up the space a little bit, and ambience. That's what it was.
There you go. Yes, everybody's got to have ambiance. I mean, that just sets the whole mood.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to come into my place of business,
yep.
And because I forgot to, I don't know, dot an I, or there's a paper clip attached to something, and you're coming to take my FFL and take all my. I mean, I want you to be able to get there and feel welcome. I want you to come in the door. Hell, I'll have you a macchiato waiting. I want you to feel like you're at a place you're appreciated and respected when you roll up in my business to take my business.
I'm going to play some Zen music and some fucking potpourri.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
make you all feel warm and cozy.
Exactly. And I'll tell you what, I'll have one of my damn salespeople run straight up to Dunkin' Donuts and get y'all 24 donuts. Because I know how y'all like to eat them fucking things.
Oh. Yeah. But, yeah, there are people out there that will protect their customers with due process.
Yeah. So, I wish there was more. I truly do. I feel that they're going to come after these legitimate we're glad to be able to do it, Patriot Nation.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, make sure you go to evolutionvanguard1776.com. Down in the scrolling the tape down there, and sign up too.
Yep, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
I think when they go after these licensures and stuff, and what's going to suck is they're going to get a lot of these little operations that are like your local gun shop. You may know the owner.
Yeah.
It's their little business they got going on. I've even seen some gun shops are out of people's garages at their house. And you're going to put these guys out of business for a simple oversight that there shouldn't be anything that extreme. And you're doing it just to be punitive to the Second Amendment, because you know that once you shut down the Second Amendment, there's nothing to stop you to do whatever you want.
Right.
Our forefathers knew that.
Oh yeah, That's
why it's there.
That's the whole reason. It's not for deer population control or rabid squirrels. The raccoon up in the attic.
Oh, it's for population control of tyrants.
Yeah, they're trying to control us. So yeah, that's the weapon that we have. Hey, thanks. Thank
you, Patriot Nation. It's appreciated, brother.
Man, that's 2 donations tonight. That's awesome.
Yep, awesome.
Yeah, really appreciate it, guys. It's coming to a time. To where we've got to shit or get off the pot.
Yep, absolutely.
And, I think we've been sitting there shitting way too long.
Yeah, my legs getting to sleep. I'm ready to get them to do something.
We got a little dead leg going on sitting on the shitter.
There you go.
Hey, that was a hell of a magazine, though. I mean, I read every article.
Oh.
We're out the pages. I mean, no. This is the one thing I'm going to get off on a side note here. If nobody has looked into it, look into it. Do some research on it. Go become a poll watcher.
Yes.
Sign up.
Yes.
To be get it with your local board of elections. Become a poll watcher. Do it now, not like yesterday, like now.
Yep.
Because what's in November? Okay, you don't want them cheating bastards to steal another election. Not another election. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, if we can get the House and the Senate, maybe we can slow this thing down.
Yeah, if we're able to do that, then all Jar Jar has is the veto power. That's it. He has nothing else. He can push no more policy.
The only thing he can pass is gas at that point.
Well, he already does that a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, he can still continue passing gas, but
yeah, but he won't be able to. Well, Demon, I get it. I know that you're like a lot of us. You feel like it's kind of a moot point, but I hold on to the hope that they're going to get trounced in November. I truly hope they do. And
I mean,
if they do, we get to watch them scramble like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off, trying to figure out how to do damage control. Because, see, every time that gas goes up or somebody goes to the store and can't get fucking chicken, or they're having to make a choice between a can of beans or getting a gallon of gas, for their car, all that shit, people aren't going to forget it because it's digging into their bucket. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle they're sitting on. They're going to hold somebody accountable. You can't hold Orange Man accountable. His ass in an office. He didn't do this. You can't blame Putin. He didn't fucking do it. He's not the one that had all them ships sitting off the coast of California waiting to be unloaded. So there's only one person and one group that is responsible. And they currently control the White House. So let's hope they get held accountable for change.
Well, continue to pray for this country.
Absolutely.
I was just talking to a friend of mine today, and I mean, if you're not the religious type, please,
find Jesus.
Definitely, because that is probably the best thing that you can get at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Next to ammo. But Joshua 1:9, I was talking to a friend of mine today. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid. Neither be dismayed. For the God is for the Lord thy God is with you. So wherever you go. So that's um, you know, hang on to it. If you're not the praying type, then yeah, wish at least pray for us though.
Yeah, I mean, a little prayer never hurt nobody.
Right.
I'm not trying to push religion off on anyone. I mean, to each their own. But
Right.
we're in a place in our history where we need some divine intervention.
It was used. George Washington was a praying man,
Yep.
and I mean he'd get down on a knee and pray, and a number of times there's even a portrait. And if you're into history, he did it a lot. He did it a lot. So well, anything else going on in the gun world? Oh, good news though. Indiana just got constitutional carry. Ohio's constitutional carry. Alabama's constitutional carry. Georgia is still on the line there, if I remember.
They're I'm not sure what the hell they're doing in Georgia. I don't
But
think they know.
hey, Alabama passed it. I mean, that's
Georgia needs to do it before the next governor election, because if they don't get passed and we mess around, and Georgia goes to, Jabba or somebody of her ilk,
ooh,
then yeah, you can forget constitutional carry. Shit, you'll be lucky if you can carry a slingshot when she's done.
yeah. Um, I got an old list here. I'm looking at. Let's see here, 2022. And we'll see which states. Yeah, this one hasn't even been updated yet. But yeah, those are the last states that I can think of. I mean, anybody in the chat know? Any ideas? I know there was a constitutional move on Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Nebraska, and Ohio. That's on Breitbart.
Okay.
And there's that dude with "We the People" on his forearm, a 6-shooter on backwards, wearing a kilt. Man, you see that picture a lot. So, good Lord
I
Almighty.
just I don't know what I'm supposed to think when I see that.
Man, there is
I mean,
nothing wrong with a kilt, but man, I tell you what.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I,
I mean, I'm Scots Irish, and
I am too, but I don't. There's a
it's
time and a place for everything.
but I mean, that's kind of trashy though. I mean, with the 6-shooter on backwards on a Chinese belt, with a really bad basket weave, and "We the People" that's looked like he got the tattoo like 300 years ago, maybe.
Well, at least he's out there,
Yeah,
so that's something.
hats off to him, I guess.
Yep,
But
absolutely.
21 states: Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Idaho, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Maine, Missouri, Mississippi, Montana, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, West by God, Virginia, and Wyoming. So,
Well, I
so
truly hope we have more states jump on that bandwagon. Um, I think it's a good thing.
yeah,
Um, I know some people argue with this. I know back in my state where I get a permit, uh, ours isn't always recognized reciprocity because there's no training element involved.
Yeah.
I know people are going to say it's an infringement, and I get that, and I agree on some level it is, but in today's society, people need to understand the workings of a firearm, the responsibility of carrying it, and being responsible with it. You can't. I know I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this. I just keep thinking back to back when all that shit was going on in St. Louis. I think it was St. Louis, and a chick went and bought a gun. She was all proud she had it. She was on a video with her boyfriend or something, sitting in the front seat, talking about, "Look what I got," and the damn thing went off, killed her.
Oh, good Lord.
It's that's what I want to avoid. I'm not trying to keep anybody from having a firearm that wants one legally. That's fine. I'm all for that.
Oh, yeah.
But there needs to be some kind of training element for people who have never been raised up around them or familiar with them, whatever. You can't just go, it's not like going to Kmart and getting a pellet gun. It's not the same
Right.
thing. You know.
Well, like my sister, okay? She'd always been afraid of guns.
Right.
She was not a firearms person. She called me up one day and she goes, "I want to get a gun." So as I picked myself up off the floor and got a drink of water and tried to gather myself again, I said, "Really, what's sparked this?" And she just said, "The way things are going now."
Right.
She's tired of it. I mean, I thought she was she was on the road to the left, and then she woke up, which I'm glad because. And then I asked her about a range and what's an area, and she actually found this guy who is prior IDF, and she paid for classes. And this was right about COVID, and when ammo just like there goes
Uh-huh.
ammo, gone,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel you.
So I ended up giving her like a couple hundred rounds to go practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I took her out shooting and tried to get her out of her bubble because she was only comfortable, to a certain point. I
But
said, "Go
at
ahead."
least she's coming out of the shell,
Hmm.
getting comfortable. That's a step. That's a huge step for somebody who is on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, I I think about and again, I was not trying to interrupt you, dude. Tell me to shut
No, no,
up.
no worries. No
I
worries.
remember years ago when I got remarried, my wife never carried a weapon, never thought about it, and then 9/11 happened, and she's had a permit ever since. Now, she still doesn't carry per se, but she has a permit. She's maintained a permit.
Hmm.
And lately, she's gotten more in the mindset of, yeah, I need to. She finally got something a little bit more kick. Uh, Finally got her to do that, found her something she's comfortable with, and now she's looking more seriously at that becoming part of her EDC.
Right.
And I'm not telling everybody you got to be tactical or anything else. I'm just saying, in today's society, you've got to be situationally aware all the
Hmm.
time because evil knows no bounds.
Yeah. I told my sister, when you're out carrying, okay, you have a new responsibility. Situational awareness has got to be a lot um, a lot higher.
Yeah.
you have got something that if you pointed at it and you do something, you will destroy something. And it could be a person.
Could be
And
themselves.
yeah. And the thing is, you with that firearm, you have to be at a level of dangerousness. Okay? Because if someone attacks you, comes up to you, and you have to pull that thing, you use it. You know,
Yeah, don't pull it and go away.
scaring them. Warning shots are out. You know, keep going till you hear a click. If the first thing you hear is a click, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah. So as soon as I get a chance to, I would like to get her into like something practical, like IDPA. I mean, I shot IDPA, I shot IPSC, and I loved it. Um, you know, you you can get into either one of those. You can make that as extreme as you want it.
Right.
You know, and it's a boatload of fun. So yeah, anybody that's looking into like shooting sport, IDPA, IPSC, look in your area. It's very educational, practical. You know, so
Well,
well,
I
we got
mean,
do what? Go ahead.
I was going to say my whole thing is even if she doesn't go that far,
Yeah.
to get her just to go to a basic class, get some range time, get familiar with it.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah. She
know,
did. She got that
um,
instructor from Israel.
yeah. See, so you couldn't ask for anything better.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
he was prior IDF.
that's right. That's right. That's what you're saying.
I mean,
Um,
she paid for a lot of classes. So
but that's good that she took the time and took the initiative to do that.
yeah,
I'm not saying everybody should have to go out and go through a whole long list of classes or anything else, but I'm saying get the basics.
yeah,
Be able to put lead down range on target. Don't
yeah,
just have a gun.
yeah.
That's not going to get it. It's going to get somebody hurt. Again,
Anything.
this is my opinion. Nobody has to
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. I mean,
That's
with
just my
anything,
philosophy.
with anything. I mean, you have to go through a course to drive a car. Thank
Yep.
God. I mean, some people need to go through a course again, from what I've seen.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, I mean, get a class. I mean, if anything, uh, you know, practice the functions of the weapon. You know, be familiar with it. Go to a range. You don't have to shoot 6 million rounds of ammo at a range
Uh-uh.
to learn something.
Nope.
You could take a magazine that you cannot see. It's here. Get you a magazine, and this holds 19 rounds. I mean, you could do a lot with 19 rounds. You know, all you gotta do is, you put some rounds in two mags, and practice reloads.
Well, even beyond that, uh, if you don't want to go to a range or you can't afford to go through a box of ammo, whatever, get you some snap caps. Practice
Yeah,
at home. Practice clearing the weapon. Practice loading the weapon. Like
yeah,
he said, practice swapping mags. You know, get familiar with it.
yeah,
Just make sure that you're comfortable with it, because if you're not and you get in a situation where you need that weapon,
yeah,
it's going to be a detriment. You
yeah,
need to be comfortable, because when the shit gets real, indecision or any kind of fear you got, that's going to eat your ass alive. That's going to be precious
yeah,
time you don't have.
yeah. Practice
So
at home. Dry fire. You could shoot. You could do a whole lot of dry fire. Drawing your pistol, getting familiar with the holster. I mean, when I went through my training, holstering, unholstering without looking at the holster.
Yep.
Get familiar with the holster. Get
Yeah,
familiar.
because you
Go
can't
ahead.
do that in a range. Our ranges get upset if you're trying
Yeah,
to do that in practice.
yeah.
Makes the range officers kind of,
Kind of nervous.
yes, it does.
Yeah. Muscle memory.
Uh huh.
Get used to a particular holster. If you like a particular holster, get that holster. Practice with it. After you practice and shoot with it for a while, you may not like it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sit there and draw, aim. Aim at something onto the wall, reholster, and just keep doing that. And get used to your trigger. Okay, YouTube can't do that. Um, so training. So training. So, well, we've been on for the hour.
I think it went well. I hope some people learned a few things. I hope we gave some good information.
We
I
got
hope
two
we didn't talk
donations.
your ears off.
Yeah, we got 2 donations. I think that's great.
Excellent. Thank you guys again.
Really appreciate it. That money goes to the organization. It pays
It
for
helps
like
keep things running. That's
the
all it does.
website and stuff like that. So
Yep.
all that's fun stuff. Yeah. So, but other than that, anything else, T?
No. Basically, just tell everybody, stay situationally aware, stay strapped, stay dangerous. Pay attention to what's going on globally and locally.
Yep.
Um,
Exactly.
shit's real, not just here, but overseas. And anything that happens over there can directly or indirectly impact you here at home. So just keep your eyes open, your ears open. That's all I got.
I'll tell you what, stuff over there. It's like a 2-year-old with a bowl of spaghetti. Don't worry, it's going to slop over somewhere. So it's going to slop over far and wide. So, but yeah, we want to thank everybody for coming. Go to the website evolutionvanguard1776.com. Sign up. There is a thing about being a member on there. Sign up there. Check us out. And yeah, we appreciate any and all donations. We just started this, so this is something new for us, and we're looking at going to Rumble. So if you haven't and would do so, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and
There we go.
so yeah. So give. And, other than that, I think that's about it, T.
Sounds good. Y'all stay safe. Have a good week, and we'll see you on Thursday, hopefully.
Yep. We'll see what happens. So, all
That's
right,
it.
everybody.
Night, everyone.
Good night.